So that might be me being biased. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of the EMC Social Club podcast. Or if you're new here, welcome to the EMC Social Club podcast, where we talk about stuff about social media and fun things like that, and a little bit of banter here and there, and comedy, because I'm funny. I think I'm funny. I may not be funny. I don't know, but we're just rizzing up your social media. That's pretty much it. That's what it boils down to. But today I'm going to be talking about my top 4 free scheduling tools out there for you to use and utilize. And first of all, why are we even using scheduling tools? Well, it's about consistency. Anyway, consistency helps with being effective on your strategy, because you can write out a strategy all you want, but if you're not consistent on posting, it doesn't do much good. Pretty much. Yep. Yeah. So, I don't know about you, but I personally don't want to be posting every day and just going on the platform and posting, because most of the time people are busy and don't have time to sit there on social media and post every day on a consistent basis manually. So that's why it's kind of important to use a scheduling tool. Now, I know that when you're an entrepreneur, or just starting out on your whatever you're doing, content creation, or just maybe you're a marketer or a social media manager that's freelancing, you really don't have the time to, let's face it, you don't have the time to do that. And you also don't have the funds to maybe pay for something like Hotsuite, or something that actually makes you have to pay. And you kind of want to keep your overhead costs low as you possibly can. That's why we're going to be jumping into this and diving into it. Now, I only highly recommend one out of all of them. Highly, 100%. So most of these, they're mediocre, but most of them. Some of them aren't. So it just really depends. And it's not always about me. It's going to be about you and what's going to work for you and what you're doing in general, whatever works for you the best and whatever sounds the best. So I'm going to try not to be biased about it and all of that fun stuff. The first social media scheduling tool and I don't recommend this one because of some reasons, but the first one that really everyone knows really is called Buffer, and Buffer is just one of those really simple scheduling tools. It's really simple. It's very user friendly, and it's great for beginners, and it's about simplicity. So if you don't need all of the bells and whistles for a scheduler, you just need something to just schedule, then Buffer may be for you. It's not going to be as confusing as some of these may be, or you may not even use all of the features to the other ones that I'm going to be talking about. So it's going to be the most simplest one there for free. A cool thing about this one is it does schedule multiple platforms. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And I don't know if you can I'm not sure 100% if you can post on LinkedIn and Twitter on the free plan. Maybe. That's pretty much all the pros on Buffer. So, the cons. They're about this tall. The free plan limits you to about 3 accounts per, 3 platforms per account. Yes, that's what it is. And it only allows you about 10 scheduled posts per month per platform. So that's kind of a downfall, because most of the time you're posting more than 10 times a month. It lacks advanced features like team collaboration, analytics, and all that on the free plan. So you're not going to be able to go in and look at your analytics, and you're not going to be able to send it to, say, a team member or a client. You can't do that on this one. So even if you were to buy the paid plan, it commonly uses something called GIS for accessibility for analytics, and that's kind of a disadvantage because it's not 100% accurate all the time. Different and not be 100% accurate when you pull analytics. So even if you do pay for the free plan, it's like the analytics may not even be accurate, and you still have to go back to the actual platform and like double check your work. So that might be me being biased, but if you are only wanting just scheduling and you're not really too concerned about maybe the accuracy of the analytics or really reading the analytics, and you are like you want to go ahead and look on the platforms and check the analytics by manual, if you're maybe a solopreneur, entrepreneur, or anything like that, it's like you just need it pretty cut and dry, this would be for you. Now the second one I want to talk about is called Later. It has strong visual scheduling tools, particularly for Instagram. You can take a grid and like maneuver it around and like look at it and like measure like what's the grid gonna look like if we post this. Please hold, my cat is about to do something. Can we get off the desk, please? But when you're able to maneuver that grid, you can have a better idea on like what the grid is going to look like, and that's actually kind of a good thing because you want to know, that's when somebody visits your Instagram page, it's got to look aesthetically pleasing for them to really like, want to go through your feed and like follow you. So it's good to kind of measure that and just really just see, oh, is it going to look really nice or whatever it may be. Pro is you could schedule 30 pieces of content on the free plan, and that's just amazing. Like 30 is plenty. That's almost one time a day, so it's perfect. And it does have a feature like media storage within the software that you can upload content and have it in storage, so you can always go back and reuse it, and it's there. So that's like really cool to me. I really do like that feature. So the cons for the most part are it's just really restrictive on analytic features on the free version. So they have it, but it's kind of limited on that. The third one I want to talk about is Meta Business Suite. This one's pretty dry, pretty basic as well, but it's going to be the best one for you because it's always free. So it has everything you're going to need, and you can post as much as you want. The analytics are going to be they're going to be accurate because they're coming straight from the source, and it's a good one. It's a good one if you're just starting out, but a downside to that is obviously you only can use Instagram and Facebook. So if you're wanting to go do other platforms and be on other platforms, you're going to have to use another scheduler. And if you're going to end up using two different schedulers, one for say TikTok and the other one for Instagram and Facebook, you might as well find a platform that you can just use all of them, if that makes sense. So depending on your goal and your audience and where they are, MetaSuite may be better for you, and it may not be, in my opinion. So since it directly integrates with Instagram and Facebook, it's pretty seamless with management, and it enables posts, insights, messaging on one interface. The interface can be kind of overwhelming due to extensive features. So if you're a beginner, you might be a little slow at using it until you get kind of used to the interface and used to using Meta Business Suite. It's pretty limited on what you can do for scheduling because all you can do is schedule. You can't get approvals from team members or clients or anything like that. If you have multiple pages that you need to manage, like, or multiple clients, not necessarily pages, you might want something more in depth as far as availability to pretty much, you know, send in things or, you know, all of the things, because not all clients are going to have the same platform. So one client might just have a Facebook and not an Instagram, and then one client might have a TikTok and an Instagram but not a Facebook, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of like, it's a toss. I just want to stop and pause for a second to kind of make a little announcement. I have a ebook down below. This is going to be a social media starter kit, and it's going to be super and meaty. It's going to help you start figuring out your audience, and the importance of a strategy, your brand, everything. And it's also going to have a few things like homework type of templates, like in the ebook itself. So you can go on and go jump down in the link in the description and go check that out and grab yours, because it's super enriching and it kind of lays everything out for you. 10 out of 10 recommend. I recommend at least give it a shot and go check it out. Now, the last one that I want to talk about is my absolute favorite, and it's the one I recommend, which is Metricool. It's an all-in-one tool. It has scheduling, analytics, insights, hashtag research, competitor analysis, and it supports a diverse range of platforms like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Google Business, TikTok, Pinterest, now Threads. You can actually schedule on Threads now. Basic scheduling and analytics are included in the free plan, and the cool part about this is you can go back and look at the analytics 3 months back, which is an ample amount of time to see, okay, what's not working and what is working, and measure it there on that, like in that way, which is just amazing. Like 3 months is like a good measurement. 6 months is even better. Another pro is you can schedule up to 50 pieces. But you could schedule up to 50 pieces on this free plan, which is plenty. That's plenty of like content, like to see results and execute any strategy you're setting in place. Also, they have AI in there now that you can use for like ideas, or like if you are kind of having like creator's block, like how do I word this? You can pull that in, and AI will help you kind of figure out how to do that. And it's available on the free plan too, which is amazing. Now, the interface for Metricool is just extraordinary. It's beautiful. It's very visually appealing and easy. So if you're a visual person, Metricool is going to be up your alley on this one. I do want to note here, if you start out with just using Metricool in the free plan and you use it for say 3 months, and you pull the data and you're like that, you know, you're happy with the results that you're seeing, and the client or the client is happy and all of that, why not? Like, why not go ahead and upgrade to the free plan because it's working for you? I mean, I'm just throwing that out there. So start on a place that you can evolve and where you don't have to do it again. The con that I would say for the free plan on Metricool is the in-depth competitor analysis and some of the analytics are locked under the premium plans. So the free plan, you're kind of restricted to like the competitor check and then like the other analytics, like going further back, and also the limited customized data options that's also a con for the free plan. So if that's not important to you, then it's not a big deal. Each platform has its unique strengths and limitations. The best choice is going to really just depend on what you're wanting, okay, and what your needs are, and the scale of your operations. Like, are you running an agency? Are you just a one-man band? Are you only using 2 platforms? You can always consider upgrading to premium versions and to get more advanced features as you grow, which is why just start with Metricool. Not being biased or anything, But remember, the right tool, it can significantly streamline your social media management efforts and really like strengthen that, providing you more focus and more time to like focus on creating impactful things and like all of that. Because if you can just plug, play, check all in one go in one place, that saves you a bunch of time. You're just streamlining everything. Just choose wisely and don't be afraid to like switch things up if something isn't like working for you for your personal or professional brand. So you can try, say later, and then try it for a month, and if you don't like it, try a different one. Not a big deal. You can try all of them and see which one you like the best. With that being said, that's all I have for you today. Okay. Now, don't forget to follow, whatever, all of the things. That way I don't get lost in the sauce and you never see me again, because that would be very sad. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Toodles.